Chapter 1. Growing Plants. We see many plants around us. They grow almost everywhere. Life on Earth is sustained due to plants. Plants supply us food and oxygen. Do you remember what other things plants provide us? Plants are significant not just in our life but for animals also. What would have happened if plants were limited in number? They would have exhausted long time back. Fortunately, plants reproduce. Plants reproduce to continue their kinds on Earth. They reproduce and grow by different ways. We are surrounded by a huge variety of plants around us. These plants give us food and form an important part of our lives. Plants grow either from seeds or from other plants' parts like leaves, roots and stem. Let's learn how plants grow and reproduce in this chapter. Growing plants from seeds. We find seeds in fruits like apples and oranges. New plants grow from seeds. Structure of a seed. A seed has an outer skin-like covering called the seed coat. It is slightly swollen and protects the baby plant inside the seed. The seed coat has tiny hole through which the seed gets water. When the seed is opened, we see the cotyledons or seed leaves. Cotyledons store food for the baby plant or embryo. The embryo has a baby root and a baby shoot. When a seed receives sufficient air, water, warmth and nutrients, it grows into a new plant. Germination. Germination is the process by which a seed starts to grow. A seed grows into a seedling when it is sown in the right type of soil and when it receives water, air and warmth. Not all seeds germinate into new plants as some get destroyed by rain and wind, some are eaten by insects and birds, and some do not get adequate conditions to grow. A seed goes through a number of stages before growing into an adult plant. A seed is sown in the soil and watered regularly. It gets air and warmth. It soaks up water and the seed coat breaks. The seed coat on breaking gives rise to a seedling. It obtains its food firstly from the cotyledons and then from the soil. The seedling develops tiny roots and a shoot that emerges from the other end. The seedling then develops leaves and branches and finally grows into a plant. Seed dispersal. If all the seeds of a plant fall, germinate and start growing at the same place, they would not get enough sunlight, water, nutrients or space to grow. Due to this, some seedlings would die while others would show poor growth. Hence, seeds have to be scattered in order to prevent such overcrowding. The process by which seeds are scattered away from the mother plant is called seed dispersal. Seeds are dispersed by wind, water and animals. These are known as the agents of dispersal. Some plants even show dispersal by explosion of their fruits. Dispersal by wind. Some plants have seeds that are very light and have special features like wings or hair-like structures. Such seeds are easily carried away by wind. Seeds of maple, dandelion and cotton are dispersed by wind. Dispersal by water. Some plants grow in or near water. Seeds of such plants are usually dispersed by water. For example, the seeds of coconut have a fibrous covering which helps them float on water. Similarly, lotus has a spongy and light fruit which floats on the surface of water and releases its seeds in it. Dispersal by animals. Human beings and animals eat fruits like apples and mangoes and throw away their seeds. These seeds germinate on getting appropriate conditions for growth. Similarly, birds eat fruits and swallow their seeds. The undigested seeds come out in their droppings and germinate into new plants. The seeds of plants like burdock, cocklebur and datura have hooks. These get stuck to the fur of animals or even to the clothes of human beings and are carried away. Dispersal by explosion of fruits. Fruits of certain plants like pea, poppy, balsam and lady's finger burst open on ripening and scatter their seeds in all directions, leading to their dispersal. This method of dispersal is known as dispersal by explosion. New plants growing from other parts of plants. Plants also grow from other parts like stem, roots and leaves besides seeds. Growing plants from stems. Plants like rose and money plant grow from stem cuttings of the parent plants. Plants like potato and ginger also grow from stems of the parent plants. Growing plants from roots. Plants like carrot, radish, beetroot and turnip grow from the roots of the parent plants. Growing plants from leaves. The leaves of bryophyllum have buds on its margins. These buds give rise to new plants when they fall on soil and receive adequate nutrients, light, water, oxygen and warmth. Crops and agriculture. We get food, oxygen, medicine, timber and various other things from plants. We grow plants on a large scale to fulfill our needs. This practice of growing plants on a large scale for obtaining food products and for other purposes is called agriculture. You must have seen that plants of the same kind are grown in one field. The plants grown in large quantities in a particular region are called crops. Crops require nutrients and water from the soil to grow. Manures and fertilizers are added to the soil to provide nutrients to plants. Manures contain small quantities of nutrients and are added to enhance soil fertility. Fertilizers like ammonium sulfate and urea provide one or more nutrients when added to the soil. We should note the following points while growing a particular crop. We must sow seeds in the right type of soil to ensure maximum yield of crops. We should use good quality seeds to obtain healthy crops. We grow different crops in different seasons. Kharif crops like rice and maize are grown at the beginning of the monsoon season, from June to October. Rabi crops like wheat and gram are grown in winter, from November to April. We must irrigate the field where a crop is growing, otherwise the crop may dry up and die. The crop is prone to damage by pests, birds, grazing animals and diseases. We can protect it in the following ways. Proper fencing should be done around the farm. Chemicals called insecticides and pesticides should be sprayed to avoid pests. Scarecrows should be used to keep away birds and grazing animals from the crop fields. The harvested crop should be stored properly in sealed containers.